Welcome to Mind Body Stretch Day 9. We're almost there, guys. I'm your coach, Yvette Justina, and today we are stretching checks. Today we are stretching chest and pecs. Every time I hear the word pecs, I think of like a gym bro. Like, do you even lift, bro? There's just something about the word pecs, your pectorals. Anyways, first things first, let's go ahead and connect with ourselves. Just take a moment to be present in the body. Big inhale, fill that body up with air from the diaphragm up to the chest. Hold it at the top and release. Welcome to practice. All right, so we are going to be using some props today. I have a pair of yoga blocks. You can use a rolled up blanket, a rolled up yoga blanket, a rolled up yoga mat will suffice. Anything that you can roll up and have support your elongated spine and neck and head will do just fine. So go ahead, pause this video, grab your props, and meet me back here. All right, so let's get right into it. We are going to stretch our chest today. So let's go ahead and roll those shoulders back. Open that chest up. Hands are going behind us. Lift head, chin to the ceiling, and let's just open that chest up. Widen those arms. Open that chest up. Roll those shoulders back. Wake up that chest. Let's just go ahead from one side to the other. Nice and slow here, rolling those shoulders, opening that chest, coming back up. We're going to interlock the fingers and hands behind us. And we're going to just do that same movement. Open that chest up, chin goes up to the ceiling. Shoulders are dropped away from your ears. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And we're going to do that same movement, but we're going to do it on our knees. So come to your knees, fingers interlaced. I'm going to kind of go to the side here, rolling those shoulders back, chest up, and this time we are going to lift those hands away from our butt. Chin is up, gaze at the ceiling, shoulders are back. Taking a couple of breaths here. 3, 2, 1, release. Roll those shoulders back, get a little bit of shake off. And now we're going to go back into that position. Shoulders rolled back, chest up, chin up. Grab that left wrist with that right hand. And I want you to pull on that pull on that left wrist with that right hand. Open that chest up. Get a little more activation in that left side and release. And now grab that right wrist with your left hand. Take it across your bum in the back, shoulders back away from the ears. Pull on that right wrist with that left hand. Get a little bit more stretch and activation on that right side and release. Okay, now we're going to go flat on our back into a nice flat position here. Feet flat on the ground, knees up. And I want you to take both of your arms out towards the side of your body in a 90-degree angle. It's as if we're going to do some chest angels, I like to call them. So make sure your feet, knees, hip distance apart. Go ahead and settle into this position. Get yourself comfortable. Rise that chest up a little bit from the mat. Make sure those back of your hands are flat on the floor. Elbows are at a 90-degree, and I want you to drag those hands above head. Let me move my blocks. Overhead without lifting those arms off of the floor to the best of your ability. Hold up there for 3, 2, 1, and come back down. Back to that 90-degree. Take an inhale here. Exhale and do it again. So those hands are staying flat on the ground. We're making that angel in the floor. Hands overhead. trying to keep those elbows flat on the ground to the best of our ability. And if you can't go all the way straight up, that's perfectly fine, because at the moment I cannot, because my pecs and my chests are a little tight. Take a couple breaths here and release. Bring those hands down to the side. We'll at that 90-degree angle. A breath here, inhale, exhale, and one more rep. Straighten those hands above head, trying to keep those elbows as flat to the ground as possible, opening up that chest, opening up those pecs right here in the side, kind of the front part of your armpit. You should be feeling it in. And release. Take a breath. Roll over to your side, push yourself up to a seated position. And now we are going to grab our props. So I'm going to grab my yoga blocks. And what I'm going to do is stack them on top of one another, because I want to lay my spine here, but also have my neck and head supported. So I'm going to put it a little more towards the top of my mat. I'm going to try it out here. Size myself up. So I want to be centered on those blocks. So it's perfect. So my head is supported, my neck is supported, and my chest is kind of risen off of that mat. So get yourself in that position, whether you have blocks, whether you have a foam roller, a rolled up blanket. You want to make sure your spine is in alignment, you're centered on that foundation, and so that your shoulders can kind of roll back towards the ground. And now let's just take a moment to settle into this, because our body might resist it at first and kind of tighten up because it's a little bit odd, but let's just take that awareness to kind of allow the spine to sink in, allow our feet to drive into that ground, our shoulders to relax and fall towards the floor. Just get a little heavier here before we begin this movement. And now you're going to take your hands out towards the side, kind of like how we were doing with those angels, but I want you to go a little straighter. Okay? Back of your hand is flat towards the ground here. And I want you to be mindful that the elbows are trying to get as close to that ground as possible. Forearms, arms are all on the floor here. Make sure you're not tightening up those shoulders or those chests. Be mindful that we're dropping in. We're feeling safe on our spinal support. And now with our hands straight out to the side, I want you to just take a small, mindful movement of only dropping the elbows down. Like, so elbows down towards your feet, but keeping those hands grounded where they are. Just a little mindful tweak of dropping the elbow down, not into a full 90, and then rising it right back up straight. So you're not going to see a lot of movement here, but you are going to feel that pull in that pec, that pull right here in that chest, opening that whole chest body up and creating more space in that heart chakra, right? So start from that straight position and just a small adjustment of dropping those elbows in. Those hands are flat on the ground. Backhand is on the floor. Small adjustment of driving that elbow down and straighten. And let's do 3 more here. Drop that elbow down. 3, 2, 1, hold it and release. Let's do 2 more. Hands go out straight, readjusting as much as possible so you can just be aware of the movements we're making sure your shoulders, your knees are not trying to lock up. Before you go into each movement, drop the elbows, that small little adjustment of dropping that elbow down, hand flat, and straighten. 2 more, drop that elbow down, feel that chest rise, feel that chest open. If your chest wants to open up more, let it do so, and release. And last one, small adjustment, small drop in that elbow. It's almost like you're making a little V. Open that chest, drop those shoulders back, Let's hold this one a little bit longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And when you're ready, kind of roll over to that side, scoop your body up. Oh, that felt good. It was like a little chest workout too. And that's it. That's our chest workout for day 9. Let's just take a moment to thank ourselves for showing up today, for moving our body, for connecting with ourselves. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you are enjoying this challenge so far. I would love to hear your experiences with your body, with your stretching, with your muscles, with your mind. I'm here for you, and I will see you mañana.